Both Ford and GM recently announced that they are effectively discontinuing the majority of their car lineups in order to focus on trucks and SUVs. And while it seems like a crazy business decision, if you look at the numbers, it starts to make a little bit more sense. For example, the Ford Focus was selling 235,000 units in 2013, jump forward to 2018, and that number has dropped to 115,000. Likewise, the Chevy Cruze topped out in 2014 at 273,000 units. By 2018, they only sold 145,000. So the car market is effectively dying as we know it. The reality is that the SUV market is too, as cars and SUVs morph together into a single segment known as the crossover vehicle. Now, when we talk about a crossover vehicle, essentially what you're getting is unibody construction, where it's a vehicle that looks like an SUV and is built on a car platform. So you get the rugged looks of an SUV, you get a much more spacious interior like a true SUV, but being built on a car chassis, you get better ride quality, better handling, better fuel economy, and generally they are less expensive. So there are a lot of really great benefits to crossover vehicles, and there are a lot of really great options out there. I previously had an Audi Q5, which I loved. The Audi Q7 is a great vehicle, the BMW X5, the Subaru Outback, the Jeep Cherokee, a lot of really great options within this crossover segment. But as the whole market moves to this crossover segment, the number of body-on-frame construction SUVs out there is dwindling down. There is one holdout within that segment, the mighty Toyota 4Runner, and it is awesome. First thing that makes the 4Runner awesome is the styling. It is a great looking vehicle. I think that this 5th generation model in particular is gonna go down as a classic. It's got a really nice combination of being bold, rugged, sporty, and also slightly premium. And we see that up here on the front end where it is definitely in your face. This is part of the 2013 refresh that they did on the 4Runner. So older models of the 4Runner have a different front end design here. They look good too. This one to me looks better. It is, again, really in your face. Very large opening on this grille. Really nice modern headlight design. And we've got those integrated fog lights as well. And then coming around to the side profile of the vehicle, this looks awesome too. I think that the reason that they haven't come out with a new generation of the 4Runner is because it does look so good. Toyota is trying to figure out how they're going to one-up themselves on this overall design. It is a great looking vehicle. I love the proportions of everything on it. Just comes together very nicely. Couple design cues that I really like. We've got these fenders on the front and rear that jut out just a little bit, giving it that athletic look. And then I really like the proportions of the driver and passenger window, and then the smaller window here with this rear pillar. There's just something about how it all comes together that has a great look to it. It is worth noting that this vehicle does have a set of aftermarket wheels and tires, 33-inch tires, and we've got a set of fuel wheels. So that does give the vehicle a much more bold, off-road capable look. And then as we come around to the back of the 4Runner, as much as the front and the side look great, this may be the highlight of the 4Runner. It looks awesome. Really nice tail light design here. Again, this is part of that 2013 refresh. It's got kind of a futuristic, modern, techie look to it, while at the same time being very rugged. And then, best feature on the 4Runner, this rear window drops down into the rear hatch. I don't know why other automakers don't do this. If you look back at old Ford Broncos and Chevy Blazers, they did it, and for some reason they stopped. But such a cool feature, great for dogs, and there's just something really cool about having the ability to drop down this rear window. Likewise, you'll see that the hatch has a pretty athletic look to it, how it kind of juts out right here. And then you'll see that the prior owner also blacked out the 4Runner lettering and the Toyota logo. Also got a nice seamless integration of the trailer hitch down below. But as you can see, a great looking SUV. As much as crossover vehicles can try to give you the rugged truck-like looks of a true body on-frame construction SUV, you can't really get it unless it's true body on-frame construction. Now, the other thing that you're going to get in a 4Runner that you won't get in your run-of-the-mill crossover vehicle is true off-road capability. And the reality is that most buyers aren't going to be taking their SUVs off-road, but if you're one of those people that is planning on taking your vehicle off-road, don't buy the Subaru Crosstrek or the Kia Telluride. You need something more like the 4Runner that's really designed for those off-road purposes. And the 4Runner is a great off-roader. For starters, the dimensions of the vehicle really help with that. It's got a short wheelbase, a great front approach and rear departure angle. It's got a truck chassis, so it's going to be able to handle that off-road use. If we look underneath the vehicle, we've got built-in skid plates down here. It's basically metal. It's going to protect all the fragile components underneath the vehicle. Depending on the trim package that you get on your 4Runner, they do have available locking rear differentials if you get the TRD Off-Road or the TRD Pro model. Even if you don't get one of those models, they've also got the A-Track system, which kind of functions as a pseudo locking rear differential. The 4Runner is available in two-wheel drive, but you definitely want to get a four-wheel drive if you're going to get a 4Runner. And with the four-wheel drive system, we do have both a 4-low and 4-high option. This vehicle is an animal off-road. Now, you may like the old school nature of the 4Runner, the classic styling, the incredible off-road capability, but what about when we get inside? Is it going to be too primitive for your liking? Fortunately, it's actually a very nice overall interior, especially when configured in one of their higher end trim packages like this SR5 Premium model. We get power windows, we get power door locks, power seats for driver and front passenger side. You'll see that we've got lumbar support. Seating surfaces are leatherette throughout the cabin, and the driver and front passenger seat are also heated. We've got power mirrors, we've got audio controls on the steering wheel, Bluetooth controls. Center dash, we've got a touch sensitive screen, CD player, AM/FM radio. You can also connect your phone or other Bluetooth device, duals as a backup camera, electronically controlled four-wheel drive system. Up top here, we've got the ability to program up to 3 garage door openers, and then we've got a tilt and sliding sunroof, among other features. Middle row has seating for 3 with a fold-down armrest, and then you also see sticking up in the back there a couple more headrests. They do have an available 3rd row seat on the 4Runner, which increases seating capacity up to 7. So not only is it a very nice overall interior, but a very practical vehicle. The next reason that people love the 4Runner is that it is incredibly reliable. And I already mentioned that the 5th generation 4Runner dates back to 2010 with very few changes. The chassis dates back to 2007, and the powertrain dates back to 2005. So you've essentially got a 15-year-old engine in this vehicle. The result is pretty poor performance and very bad fuel economy, but it's also a tried and tested engine that is bulletproof and has a great reputation for long-term reliability. Now, when they did come out with the 4Runner in 2010, you had your choice of either a 2.7 liter inline 4-cylinder or this 4-liter V6. The 2.7 was dropped after the 2010 model year, and that 4-liter V6 has carried forward even into the 2024 Runner. They did do a minor update to the engine, adding variable valve timing, which resulted in a slight improvement in the overall fuel economy. Now, this 4-liter V6 has 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. You're going to see an EPA rating of 17 miles per gallon in the city and 20 miles per gallon on the highway, and a slight improvement to that fuel economy number if you go with a 2-wheel drive model. So there you go. That is why I think that the 5th generation 4Runner is an awesome vehicle. Great exterior styling, incredible off-road capability, very few compromises inside the cabin, and incredible long-term reliability. I like this vehicle enough that I actually bought my own SR5 Premium model just a few months ago. I think it is a great vehicle, and as much as the crossover segment really does have a lot to offer to potential buyers, there's something really special about old school body on frame construction SUVs. If you have any comments or questions on the 5th generation 4Runner, leave them in the section below. For more 4Runner videos and car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.